Welcome, friends, to my second video all about my tablescape competition at Orange County Fair. In today's video, this is video 2 of 3, and you're going to see my actual table in 2 different steps. Can't wait to show you. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know I'm 72 years old, and I say it because if I can do these things, I know you can do them too at any age. Now is the time to follow your passions. Don't wait any longer. Go for it. And I want to thank all my wonderful subscribers, all my dear sweet friends that watch my videos, that take the time to comment. You all really touch my heart, and it just means so much to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss any of these videos with a different theme every month. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Okay, I know so many of you are like, okay, I want to see your table. Okay, I have 3 videos I do in each series when I do a tablescaping competition. So if you haven't watched my first video, which is tablescaping at Orange County Fair, I forget exactly what it says, part 1 for 2024, go back and watch that, because that I take you through my thought process, my theme I'm going to do, all the things that I am going to make or put together to sell my theme. But today's video, you get to see my basic table. What does that mean? With the tablecloth on, with my backdrop on, and I'm going to take you behind my backdrop and show you how I anchor these things. So you're going to see the backdrop. You're going to see basically what I showed you in the first video that I made on the table, how I secured it, and then I'm going to show you the finished table with all the bells and whistles on it. Can't wait to show you that. So without further ado, we have a lot to look at today, a lot to impact, and look forward to my next video. Is going to be number 3, and that's me at Orange County Fair filming all the tables and showing you who won in each category. I can't wait to show you all of that. I hope you love this so much, and whether or not you do tablescaping, I think some of these ideas will help you in any display that you do for your home, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. So here is the very first part of my second video, which is all about my table. I'm going to show you the basic table, which I'm showing you right now. Stay tuned for the second half, because I'm going to show you the completed table. You can see it's right next to my couch. So I started with a black velvet tablecloth. Now this is the same tablecloth I used on my Haunted Mansion table. It's really beautiful. It's made out of velvet. And by the way, if you see things that are dusty or things laying around, oh God, this place is a mess. So please give me a little slack on that. Anyway, I've got tassels all the way around. Now this is hanging a little bit low, this runner, which I'm going to fix, but it's got a red rose on it. And you can see it goes all the way back to my backdrop. Now here's the backdrop I was talking about. So I have a brick wall, you can see there, with 2 pillars on either side. Okay, and they're not connected. I'm going to show you in a minute how I did all this. And I have my 2 frames ready for the menu and explanation of the table. And then, I don't know if you remember, my table from 2 years ago, I had 2 of these branches or trees, like it went up to here and went up to here. I had 2 of them that held up my fairy table, the chandelier. Well, what I did is I wanted an arch. So what I did is I took a pool noodle, and by the way, I see that staple up there. I'm gonna have to fix that. I took a pool noodle and attached it to the top of these. There's actually wood pieces underneath. There's a pool noodle here. Covered it all with the brown crinkled craft paper, like down here. Here you can see what it is a little better. And there's branches. And so now it forms an arch, and I just love that, because you don't want the edge of the brick to show. The brick just goes over so far. There we go. That would look horrible. That would look like a piece of thin brick put on. But now when you look at it from the front, it looks like real brick. And there's the opening to Alice's Ghoulish Garden. I am going to have a sign up here that says Alice's Ghoulish Garden. And you can see that's the entryway. And I added some of those black branches all the way around this opening and the little red roses. And I added some in the back. I'm gonna have flowers popping out, more black greenery down here, and I'm gonna have 3 bats flying in the sky. So anyway, that is my front of my backdrop. Now this top piece here, you saw this was made out of cardboard that held cat food cans. This is 2 foil containers ripped apart and glued together, and I put Mod Podge and toilet paper on it and painted it. It just fits right on the top. Isn't that cool? From a distance, it really finishes off the brick wall rather than seeing just a regular board. Okay, now we're going to take a look in the back. I want to show you basically what I did. So first I wrapped that photo thing around the wood. Then I wrapped these fake brick pieces on. Now this is my brace. Can you see this kind of square piece that goes across? Here, let me back up a little bit. There we go. So this is my brace, and I put eye hooks in the top, and you can see that I have it clamped on the table. So I took these crates from Walmart, I told you, and I wrapped them in that fake brick, and then I have them clamped on the table, which you can see right here. Now all of this back is going to be covered with a printed fabric, so it'll look like you're looking into another land from the back. And again, this is my table from the front, which is the view that the judges will be looking at. So I'm very pleased with how this came out. Anyway, I can't wait to show you the finished table. All right, stay tuned, here it comes. Okay, welcome to my finished table. Now, I'm gonna start at the top and go all the way down the table. Now, you saw my backdrop that I did, that how I made the faux stone cap and all the brick I put on, and then my little tree that grew into a kind of a curve. And then I have my 2 pillars on either side. Now you didn't see my urns, and I'll go into that. So at the very top, the Cheshire Cat has to weigh in. I want people to look at this just in case they don't know this version of Alice. This was from the movie that Johnny Depp was in, playing the Mad Hatter. And I think it was 2008. Anyway, I'll get to her in a minute. But I wanted to have the Cheshire Cat, Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and then I also have the White Rabbit here, okay? And anyway, so I wanted to start there. I like recognizable things on the table. Here's my sign. I try to put a sign up so people know what it is. It's Alice's Ghoulish Garden. It looks spooky and weird because it's supposed to. Anyway, this is a plastic frame from Dollar Tree that had something spooky in it. This is black and white check fabric. Now, I did go on the diagonal with this, or the bias. It's kind of hard to cut and all, but so you can see here I have the vines all over, and I added the roses, which you saw, but I've got them all glued on. I added some bats, so it looks like there's bats way in the distance, and then all the spooky, moldy looking branches all around there, and then some flowers growing. This is supposed to be the walkway into the garden, the black and white check. Now I want to show you the flowers I used. Now this was my final decision here, mainly red. I have my eyeball flowers, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, my little mushrooms. You guys, I just put them on long barbecue skewers. And of course my my tulips, my biting tulips that I have. And then I have the blue roses, the real dark ones, black, and then this pale wisteria. So everything just looks a little bit of greenery. Everything just looks a little bit creepy, and this one matches. I actually did them at the same time. The whole bowl is filled with foam. I had to go back in and glue all the foam down. Now, as we come down here, now I have 2 sides of this planted, of the entryway into the Alice's Ghoulish Garden. I put some eyeball flowers, and like I said, these are so cool because I just bend them That's why this wire twine works so well. And you can make them look up or down or whatever. Mushrooms. Here's another little eyeball of rose I have. Now, again, this is supposed to be ghoulish. This is dangerous. They're nipping at your heels, okay? And here's two of my tulips, biting tulips, just ready to take a chunk out of Alice. Now, I'm gonna move my cake, and I wanna show you how I did this. So I cut her out of a poster, okay? And then what I did, I like to show you kind of how I did stuff. Let me turn her around. Then I glue her to a piece of black paper. That's the scary part, because you never know, what the poster's made out of. Now I took an L bracket. Oh, I did some popsicle sticks too, just to make it even more stiffer. And I took an L bracket and glued it on, and then glued on paper. It's very sturdy. And this is a little tiny round of wood. And then on the other side of the L bracket, I actually screwed it in. So she's not going anywhere. She's really, really sturdy. And then I just glued some moss around the edges. And then this adorable little carrot cake. This is White Rabbit's carrot cake. And I have a faux cake. And I just took a piece of white paper underneath to glue the roses to, so it's not stuck to the cake. And then this actually comes off. This is a separate piece here, so I can use my cake over. And I had this adorable little black fancy cutout that I made, and I put the Eat Me on there for the cake. 2 little mushrooms. I made sure all my mushrooms match. They all have the polka dots on them. I have a lot more mushrooms, but the table's plenty full. Let me move her back a little bit. Okay, and then I have another big spider. So I decided to bring in bats and spiders to make this creepy. Now I'm taking some spider webbing, from Halloween. I might put some across here, I'm not sure. But let's look at either side now. So here are my menu, and this is my explanation of the table, which I'll read to you. And when I was doing it, I thought, oh, I like that kind of blue sky look because of the backdrop. To me, that just looked right. All right, now what I did here is remember those bats come from my punch, and these spider webs come from little cupcake liner things from Michael's. So the menu, Pinot Grigio. I have my wine glass and water glass. Ghoulish garden salad, Mad Hatter's ham, Cheshire Cat's scalloped potatoes, Alice's asparagus, and White Rabbit's carrot cake. And there we go there's the carrot cake. This is my explanation of the table. Welcome to Alice's garden party. Her garden is beautiful, but quite strange. Is something watching you? Is something nipping at your feet? While Wonderland is magical, it's also bizarre and twisted. Beware. Remember, my grouping is Twisted Wonderland. All right, I can't wait to show you now the adorable napkin rings I made. So I wanted to use silver on this table. Gold just didn't look right. This looks more creepy. My black and white check plates, and again, I'm going to turn them so they're more diamonds. And then these cute little salad plates that they're like toile de jouy. I just think they look so cute. Red napkins, because red's my accent color. And look at this. So I covered some, I got to take some of this hot glue threads off. I went through a lot of hot glue on this table. I made some black velvet napkin rings. I glued a rose, some mildewed plants, a skeleton hand, and a little bottle full of tulle that says "Drink Me" on it. Isn't that adorable? I just love these. And again, I made a matching one over here. You guys make your own napkin rings. Oh, it's so cool. And a big spider on the table. All right, I hope you've loved this so much. I am so glad I'm done with this. Anyway, from Alice and all her friends, we bid you adieu. And don't forget to watch my next video because it's going to be at the fair. All right. I hope you loved this. I hope you got so inspired and got ideas galore. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.